Far beyond the Great Wall and Tiananmen Square, China has worlds of strange and unusual sights to see. However, regardless of what your opinion may be of the nation, there's no denying that they do certain things in a manner that would baffle even the most imaginative of us. Number 10. Unbelievably crowded water park. Water parks are great fun regardless of where you live, because you can enjoy them in a multitude of different ways. You could go on your own, you could go with your family, your friends, or perhaps even your partner. Alas, in this instance, it would appear as if most people in China select the go with everyone I know option. The majority of water parks in the nation are so unbelievably busy that you're often left unable to move. Given that over 1 billion people live there, it probably shouldn't be all too surprising. But come on now, think of the personal hygiene. Number 9. The Green Village. Just wow.
Whoa!
Houtouwan is an abandoned fishing village that once played host to 2,000 or more fishers, and ever since it was abandoned, it has been transformed into this incredible tourist attraction. Why? Blanketed with greenery, the ghost town is perched atop cliffs looking west into sea mists obscuring the horizon. Abandoned homes ravaged by weather and creeping vines stand silent, but for the sounds of surf, mosquitos, and birds. Houtouwan, Mandarin for Back Bay, is an abandoned fishing village on the far eastern island of Shengshan, 90 kilometers, 56 miles off Shanghai's coast. The island draws tourists from the mainland, intrigued by the village's unique devastation. Ivy cloaks some buildings completely, but on many Houtouwan houses, beautiful roof tiles still gleam, and broken verandas offer majestic views of the stormy sea. Visitors must take a boat to Shengshan, then a taxi up a hill to a cemetery overlooking the village, and then descend perilous footpaths into the mist and ivy. Because greenery has taken over to the point that it's all you can see, it's as if you're looking at a lost city that should be located underground, when in reality it's right there. Like literally. We can't decide whether it's tragic or amazing, so we'll settle for the middle ground of it just being a little bit weird. Either way, you should try and see it at some point. Before we move on, leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be the first watching new episodes. Number 8. Tai Chi in a park. Tai Chi is a phenomenal art form, and it's something that often creates a peaceful atmosphere more effectively than the majority of meditation techniques out there. So then, don't be all too surprised when you go to China and see a whole group of people performing it in the park. Of course, there are a few other countries where people are looked at as if they're crazy for doing it.
I'm crazy.
But you won't get any of that with the Chinese. It's no wonder that they're so unbelievably relaxed. We might have to take this up, to be perfectly honest, or we'll move there. Number 7. The Red Beach. Red Beach is famous for its landscape, featuring the red plant of pseudosalsa. It is based in the biggest wetland and reed marsh in the world. The landscape is composed of shallow seas and tidelands. Sticking with amazing, colorful visuals, we've arrived at Red Beach. It can be found in Dao County over in Penjin, and to get the biggest question all out of the way, it looks like this because it heavily features the pseudosalsa plant. With the sea in the background, it's quite the scene, even if it can be a bit daunting to look at depending on your perspective. The water is relatively shallow, but to be honest, that doesn't matter. All that matters is that this place exists. And while some may have expected us to list some unlikable entries courtesy of the word weird in the title, the term can have many different meanings. The largest reed marsh in Asia is also located there, attracting many tourists. The reeds are used to make paper. The red-crowned crane also reproduces here, and it is also the endangered black-mouthed gull's largest breeding area. Number 6. Ice and Snow Festival. The Harbin International Ice and Snow Festival is an annual winter festival that takes place with a theme in Harbin, Heilongjiang, China, and is now the largest ice and snow festival in the world. At first, participants in the festival were mainly Chinese. However, it has since become an international festival and competition, with the 2018 festival attracting 18 million visitors and generating 28.7 billion won, 4.4 billion of revenue. The festival includes the world's biggest ice sculptures. The Harbin International Ice and Snow Sculpture Festival is bound to leave you realizing that your arts and craft skills maybe aren't that great after all. It's the largest festival of its kind in the world, with around 18 million visitors coming to check it out. The cold temperatures allow the sculptures to remain standing for quite some time, mainly because of Siberia's winter winds. Sun Island and Ice and Snow World are the two main sections, and to be perfectly honest, we can't think of a place that we'd rather go to for Christmas than here. Number 5, Tbucks. Tbucks is a ripoff to Starbucks, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We can understand the logic behind this one because it allows you to focus on the tea more so than coffee, which would undoubtedly go down a treat in many European countries. We aren't sure what the tea here would taste like, but you'd better believe that we're downright intrigued to test it out, if only to compare it to Starbucks, or the tea that we drink back home. The Chinese have many high-level companies and buildings, but we're going to go out on a limb here and suggest that this isn't one of them. Sorry. Number 4, Dinosaurs Fairyland. In what is potentially an unknown tourist destination on the planet, there is a Dinosaurs Fairyland located on the border of Mongolia and China. And on the actual border itself, there are 2 dinosaurs kissing. No, we are not making this up. In what would appear to be a wasteland, there are many sculptures of dinosaurs located around the park, if you will, and there aren't too many folks there at any given time. The truth is, it is a phenomenon, and we mean that in the most natural sense of the word. It's not quite Jurassic Park, though. Dinosaur Fairyland boasts a couple of the biggest dinosaur models on the planet. A couple of giant kissing sauropods soaring above the road. The kissing dinosaurs are world famous, but yet no one visits them. Aside from a wonderful range of models, the park also has real fossilized skeletons and other fossils. The park features dozens of full-scale dinosaur models as well as bones, both real and fake. There are also a lot of photo opportunities with dinosaurs smashing down walls and hatching from eggs. However, Dinosaur Fairyland is never crowded, probably due to its remote location, about 20 kilometers outside Erlianstown in Inner Mongolia, China. However, this means that you'll have the park all to yourself, except for the occasional men in military uniform that use the park as a thoroughfare to the bus station. From the top of a nearby hill, you can see the words Dinosaurs Fairyland written in giant letters in the same style as the iconic Hollywood sign, spelled out across the ground in both English and Mandarin. You can see an homage to the kissing dinosaurs found just 15 kilometers down the road between the writing. Truly, the perfect end to your Erlian dinosaur experience. Number 3, fake Apple stores. Fake Apple stores pop up all over China, taking the term high street ripoff to a whole new level. The employees will legitimately pretend to be Apple geniuses to try and sell you these false products, and a variety of researchers and YouTubers have tested out this theory themselves and have posted the results online for all to see. The fake Apple Store phenomenon first came to light in 2011, but more are springing up all the time. There are more than 30 Apple stores in the southern Chinese town of Shengshan, but Apple has only one official store and 5 authorized dealers in the area. That means that most of the stores in the area, a busy 1-kilometer shopping corridor, are unauthorized fakes, but still generally sell real Apple products. Many of them have been kitted out to look exactly like real Apple stores. The sales staff wear blue t-shirts and a white Apple logo and display iPads, iPhones, and Apple Watches on the same wooden tables you'd see in a real Apple store. You'd think that this would lead to more and more people cracking down on the idea to make sure it doesn't continue to happen. But there are still a whole bunch of the shops around. Sometimes even the staff themselves are led to believe that it's real. Number 2, pajamas are worn everywhere. We adore wearing our pajamas because more often than not, it signifies that our working day has come to an end. Of course, this isn't always the case, and in China, as they find their PJs so comfortable that many locals actually go out and about with them on. Believe it or not, some folks like to wear their pajamas out and about in China. This phenomenon started gaining traction in the mid-2000s, and like any new cultural trend, it annoyed a heck of a lot of people. Special neighborhood committees were even formed with the express goal of reprimanding nightie-wearing offenders. We aren't just talking about popping downstairs to get the morning paper, because they'll legitimately go to the shop like that. Some will even go to work in them. Number 1, foreigner obsession. We aren't exaggerating here. If you're a foreigner and you've never been to China before, then you'd better prepare yourself for a culture shock. And not just in the many ways that we've already listed. The locals are fascinated by those in the West, and because you'll stand out like a sore thumb, many of them will come up to you and ask to take a photo with you. They're either under the assumption that you're some celebrity, or they're just really intrigued. It can be a little rude if they take a photo of you without your permission, but that's just how they seem to function over there. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below and let us know what do you think. Don't forget to subscribe for new and upcoming episodes.